Are you making an impact or an impression with your music? We'll talk about that coming up. Well, that's a good question, isn't it? Are you making an impact or an impression with the music that God has given you? Well, let's talk about that. Let's share some thoughts about that. I'm Paul Gibbs with Just Got Music Ministries, using music and more to help you in your Christian walk. And you know, that question came in front of me this past week, and I thought, wow, that is something to consider. Are we making an impact, or are we making just an impression? And that goes for us as Christian musicians, whether we write the songs that we are singing and performing and recording, or whether we use other people's music. Are we really impacting people's lives? Or are we just impressing them? You know, as I do the Just Got Music Hour podcast each week, and as I did it as a radio show for 11 years a while back, a lot of music came across my desk, so to speak. And, you know, some of it, I gotta say, some of it is just kind of fluff, just impressive, but without a lot of depth. And I know this is speaking to me as well. I know I've got to listen to what God is saying here as well, that we be careful not to just try to impress people with a fancy guitar solo or a fancy keyboard solo or, you know, intricate vocal harmonies that make everybody go, wow. You know, that's great to use we want to use our gifts and our talents the best that we can. And if we have the ability to play an awesome guitar solo, well, I'm not saying that we should not do that. But if that's all we're doing, if that's our focus, if that's our priority to make people say, wow, what a guitar player, we missed the mark, guys, girls. We missed it. We missed it because that's not changing anybody's life. That's not reminding them of who Jesus is. That's not bringing them to Him. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. So, you know, I did a video just a while ago on when we have something to say, we should say it. Well, God laid this on my heart today to do this. And I just want to just take a short moment here and encourage you and me and remind us of what God is telling us, that our job as musicians, or whatever the gift might be, is to bring people to Him. We are to bring Jesus and our audience, our congregation, our friends, whoever God puts into our paths, we are to bring them together with Him. Because He wants to give them more than just a fancy harmony on the chorus, okay? Or a fancy keyboard solo, or to show off how high or how low we can sing. That's all fine, but that's not the priority. He wants to give them salvation if they don't already have that. He wants to give them healing, encouragement. He wants to give them something that is going to impact their lives and that they can take away from the song that we sing, the sermon that we preach, the whatever it might be, the Sunday school class that we teach. And that's what it's all about. So, my friends, before you arrange that next song, get on your knees and pray. Tell God to take you out of the way. You may still do the solo, you may still do the harmonies, you may still do all of that. But before you do, let's you and I go to Him and say, God, take me out of the way. Let people hear you. Let people see you. And may they be impacted for all eternity by what you have, Lord, for me to give these folks today. Yeah. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. If this video or any of the videos that we do here are a blessing to you, please consider subscribing so that you won't miss any of the upcoming videos. Check out the other videos that we have here on the Just Scott 55 channel. Don't forget the Just Scott Music Hour podcast each and every week. And hey, if you are a Christian musician, you've got some things recorded, please let me know about those, and I would love to consider your music for the Just Scott Music Hour. We got some links below to the Music Hour podcast. My email is there, links to the podcast and to this ministry on Facebook. Got a question? Got a comment? Please, love to hear that as well. Just, you know what to do. It's all below. So let me hear from you. Let us hear from you about your thoughts about keeping keeping an impact, keeping our ministries, whatever they might be, impacting people, and not just leaving an impression. All right. I'm Paul Gibbs, and I'll see you next time. God bless.